Good morning, boys and girls. I'm just getting ready to make myself some breakfast. So I was saving some yucky bananas to make banana bread, but I had one extra banana that I didn't need for banana bread. So I decided to look up a recipe of what I could make with a banana. And I found a banana oatmeal breakfast cookie that sounds very yummy and that I've actually already tried it. I made it a couple weeks ago and it was very good, so I thought I would share it with you and teach you how to make it. And I will put the link to the recipe in the description section of the video. So first thing you're going to do, you need to preheat your oven, and you'll need your mom or your daddy's help with this, and they can show you how to turn your oven on. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So I got my oven preheating. Next, you're going to need a banana, some oats. I like to add in some cinnamon. And you could add, I have some chocolate chips here, but you could also do raisins if you'd rather do raisins than chocolate chips. I just happen to have raisins, or I don't have raisins, but I do have chocolate chips. So, step 1, we preheated our oven. Step 2, get your baking sheet ready. These are cookies after all, so we're going to bake them on a cookie sheet. Next, you're going to peel your banana. This one's a little on the squishy side. So I wouldn't normally eat this banana, but it's going to mash up really good and make some yummy cookies. You can use a banana that's not quite so brown. You can use a regular yellow banana. But after you peel your banana, you're going to mash it up with the back of a fork. And since this one was kind of soft already, it's mashing up really nice. If you have a banana that's not quite so ripe, it might take a little longer to get it all nice and smooth. You're just going to mash that up there. So this recipe for your mommies and daddies, this recipe usually uses 2 bananas, but I only had 1, so I cut the recipe in half. But the recipe I'll post in the link will be twice as big as what I'm making. So you can see I have my banana all nice and mashed there. My next ingredient is my oats. And for the recipe that I'm making, I need 3/4 cups of oats. So I have my 1/4 cup here, and I'm going to add in 3. Do you think you can count with me? All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now I'm just going to mix that together with my banana. Now it'll get all sticky and gooey. You did a good job counting. Maybe you can even show your mommy or daddy how you can count in another language. Maybe you could count in Spanish, 1, 2, 3. Or maybe you could count in French, 1, 2, 3. Or maybe you could show them how you can count in German, 1, 2, 3. Maybe you could do sign language. If you think back to our school days, we learned lots of different ways to count to 3. Maybe I don't remember them, but maybe you remember how to count in the ways that Miss Barb taught us during our language classes. So maybe you can count in Polish or German, or well, we did German, in Polish or Russian. I don't remember those, but maybe you do. All right, so I've got my oats and my banana nice and mixed here. Next thing I'm going to add is just a little bit of cinnamon. And I'm just going to sprinkle in there just a little bit, just as much as I want. This isn't in the recipe, but it's an extra ingredient that I'm adding because I think that bananas and cinnamon taste really good together. So I'm going to stir up my cinnamon there. So if you don't want to, you don't have to add the cinnamon. Another thing that you could add that you don't need to is some honey, and that makes it just a little bit sweeter. But again, those are just choices and options that you can add if you want to add extra things. But really all you need is bananas and oats. And then you could add in, like I said, raisins or chocolate chips or maybe another kind of fruit, cinnamon, honey, maple syrup. You could add in lots of different things to make these just the way that you want them. All right, so I've got my oats, my cinnamon, my bananas. All that's left is to add some chocolate chips. I've got my chocolate chips here. Just gonna add a little bit of those in. The recipe has a specific measurement, but since I'm cutting the recipe in half, I just decided to add as much as I want. All right. Did you know, boys and girls, that when you cook and when you bake, you're using math? That's what we just did. We added in, remember when we added our oats? This is called a measuring cup, and it helps me get the right amount of ingredients that I need to make whatever I'm making. So you can practice your counting skills when you measure in your cooking. That's really cool, isn't it? So I'm mixing up my cookies, and I think it needs a little bit more chocolate chips. I'm gonna add just a little bit more and mix those in. Alrighty. So next comes the fun and also the messy part. You gotta make sure your hands are clean. I washed my hands before I did this. You're going to pick up some of your cookie dough and you're gonna mash it into a cookie shape. Like I said, it's a little messy, but that's okay. So you can see I have a little cookie there. I'm gonna put that on my baking sheet. These cookies don't really spread out too much. They do a little bit, but that's why we need to flatten them into a cookie shape, otherwise it would just kind of be a lump. So like I said, this part's kind of messy, but that's okay because we will wash our hands when we're done. And you can make the cookies as big or as small as you want. I am super excited to have these cookies for breakfast. And guess what? They're healthy. They're good for you. Bananas have vitamins in them that are healthy for you, just like other fruit that's healthy. And oats are pretty good for you too. They're a good source of, I think, fiber. I look at this is another cooking note. If you look on your food, you can see what the ingredients are. Maybe your mom or your daddy could help you read the ingredients. So there's some protein in here. There's a little bit of fiber. And those things are things that are good for your body to have in them. They help your body run the way that it should and keep you from getting sick. I hope that you're getting to try lots of new things on your home days. When I was little, I didn't like oats. I thought that I wouldn't like them, so I didn't try them at all. But when I grew up a little bit, I tried them and thought, wow, these are really, really yummy, and they're pretty good for you too. So hopefully you'll really like these cookies because they taste like bananas and chocolate chips. And those are both really, really yummy flavors. All right. Like I said, it's pretty messy. My hands are getting really sticky. But it's okay to make messes sometimes as long as we clean them up when we're done. And I think there's a book about that. If you want to look on our YouTube channel, I posted a video about a book. I read a book that's about being messy. Sometimes it can be fun to be messy. Like I'm having a lot of fun making these cookies, but my hands are really sticky, so I don't want to touch anything or any person until I wash my hands after I'm done. If you have a cookie scoop or a tool called a melon baller, you could also use that as well, and then just kind of flatten them out with your hand once they're on the cookie sheet. But I don't have one of those, so my hands are just getting nice and messy. And I'm just going to make one big one with all that I have left. All right, so after you have all of your cookies formed, and if your oven's ready, then you'll put them in the oven and bake them for 12 to 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is set a timer for my cookies, and your mommy or daddy can help you get a timer set up. And then when the timer goes off, your cookies should be ready to eat after they cool down a little bit. All right. All right, boys and girls, I have to go wash my hands, but I hope that you get a chance to make these yummy breakfast cookies or just a snack cookie. They're also really good for a snack. I hope you get a chance to make them and try them, and you'll have to let me know if you like them, if you think they're yummy too. All right, boys and girls, thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a good day. Bye.